Well, hello everybody, welcome back down into the dungeon. I hope I'm still properly in frame here. My camera is still giving me some grief. But I wanted to talk to you really quickly today about a little hack I just figured out for this EuroGrower Hydroponic garden. Now, I am in fact using this as an aquaponic garden, but I mean ultimately aquaponics is a type of hydroponics. Instead of chemicals, I use fish to provide most of my nutrients. But that's not really what the hack is about today. With any kind of a hydroponic garden, eventually you're going to look at the potential of buildup, especially when the hoses are as tiny as we have in this EuroGrower garden. I'm going to bring the camera in a second so you can get a better look at that. But what we've got here is a very slow drip coming out of what should be a thick, heavy stream. Well, as thick as this tube can allow. So I'm going to show you today how to fix that super easy, super quick, and basically free. So let's get started. Alright. I didn't actually measure the size of this hose. This is what came with the EuroGrower garden. I'll show you in a second how it's all connected. But yeah, because I'm using this as an aquaponic garden, this happened faster than maybe it would for somebody who's doing standard hydroponics. But I've been having some buildup in these tubes, and I've been trying to figure out how to get rid of it because they are permanently attached. Well, I'll just show you now. So because these hoses are permanently attached to the little black pipe here, I was initially hoping I could just take them off and blast them out with a bit of air from my air compressor out in the shop, but the glue makes that impossible because I don't really feel like doing a reseal. See if I can get that camera in a little bit better, and you can see just how they're glued into place there. But I didn't want to break that seal. And I imagine anybody else who has paid for this EuroGrower garden also doesn't want to intentionally break something. So what I'm going to do to solve that problem, after we put this back in place, that fits in so nicely. I do like that about this garden, is we went to Walmart years ago to fix another hose issue, and we got this. Now this is a child's cough syrup syringe. You can usually get these free. There is no needle, just a little tiny air injector really, and it works absolutely perfect for things like this. This tip will fit inside your standard air hose pipe, you know, for air stones and things. However, it is not a good fit for this because they are exactly the same size. So what I did was I cut off a little chunk of air hose from my well, air stone setup, and as I said, it fits perfectly onto the children's syringe, and because they're the same size, it also fits perfectly over my black watering hose. Now, I should have had that completely in, the plunger there, should have been completely in, but to pull out my blockage, now I just withdraw the plunger, and hopefully you can see that big blob of brown that ended up in there. We'll just pull this off now, and what do you know? We have a much more free-flowing setup, so I can put that back in there. This one's actually empty, so I'm going to dump it back over here in the massive mint. But there you can see, in a matter of seconds, we pulled out a blockage that would have been a major pain to remove any other way, and if I had wrapped my lips around that to provide suction, I could have swallowed that. So that is nasty, and that's a no-go. To me, that's all valuable nutrients though, so I just shot that into one of my overwintered peppers. I believe it was the El Oro de Ecuador. And now this is good to go anytime I have a future blockage like that, and anytime you have a blockage like that, either with the EuroGrower or with one of your fine line devices. Works for basically any type of irrigation where you're looking at this as a threat. Just grab a little piece of airline hose and a child's cough syrup syringe. Like I said, we got this one at Walmart. It was free. I've seen them for as little as $1.99 because, you know, people love their kids, they'll pay for things. But if you ask and explain that, you know, it's for child's cough syrup or whatever, you can probably get these for free. If you're buying it for your garden, or go in there and tell them it's for a garden, they're going to charge you for it. Anyway, a quick, simple hack. Nice, easy way to clear plugged lines in the EuroGrower garden or any other small tube irrigation system. So thank you for joining me today as we take a look at just how cheap you can solve some of these problems. A lot of people think aquaponics and hydroponics needs to be an expensive adventure. It really doesn't. And actually that has really been the whole primary purpose of My channel is to show people that you can get involved with growing your own herbs, in this case, leafy green veg, whatever you want to grow really. And it doesn't have to be expensive. If you can think of a way to do it cheap, it's worth trying because it might just work. Alright, that is a wrap today, everybody. So I'm going to see you later. Take care, folks.